Team Taz back in the ring. We had Brian Cage, the Machine, who better,
Who better?
and Ricky Starks, which I'm really high on. I think he is an absolute superstar, and we both picked, it could be a TNT, should be a TNT champion down the line, versus Varsity Blondes, which we talked to Griff Garrison a few weeks ago on our show with our interview. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. It's great. Right before their match versus the Inner Circle, and now they're sharing the ring again with two absolute superstars with Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. And these Varsity Blondes are really starting to take off. I mean, honestly, they got the look, they got the matching trunks, they got some charisma, and they put up a good fight against Team Taz. But ultimately, they're no match for them at this point of their stage.
Not
For
yet.
sure. But they got the world, so much upside to them. Absolutely. So what do you think about this match overall?
I think this is another good match. I think that Cage and Starks are great. They're both great, and they're great paired together because they're very different wrestlers. They have very different styles, and I think that
Huh?
Garrison and Pillman have different styles as well. So they're all kind of this
Yeah.
mix of different styles of wrestlers together in this ring, and they're all just really talented guys in general. So you have four talented individuals, and one's in my favorite stable in wrestling right now, and they're just dominant. And then you
For
have,
sure.
Varsity Blondes, who they're both really young, and Pillman's obviously got the namesake, and Garrison's a guy that people think he's gonna be a star, and he shows it every time he's in there, and you can kind of see
Mhm.
it. And I think that Pillman looked great tonight too, in a lot of ways. He had a lot of he took a lot of offense tonight, but he also brought it. So there was a lot from both sides, and yeah, we got this. We know that it was probably going to be a Team Taz victory here,
Right.
but I think that it was an earned victory, and it's definitely an elite for me as well.
Yeah, this was this had more to it. Granted, you can kind of feel like something was going to happen. If anytime Tease Taz shows up, they're not going to just walk away with a clean win,
Yeah,
especially been what's going on with Darby and Sting, and we saw that afterwards. But this match, still, you're going to be talking about the match. Unlike, let's say, Moxley and Nemeth, we're not going to, not necessarily talking about the match itself. We're going to talk about what Mox said afterwards,
right.
shenanigans. And same thing, what happened a little bit later with Hager and Cutler. What happened afterwards was more important or more meaningful or memorable than what happened inside the ring. But this I think inside the ring was a lot to talk about. I mean, you saw first off, Taz on commentary is always gold, which we always love him on
Yeah,
Dark. But adding him on there should be full time, in my opinion. Cage had that power bomb of Pillman against the post that looked a little bit brutal, and the way he landed kind of on the corner of the steps.
that was a nasty
And the
spot.
yeah, it was a nasty spot, but the young or Varsity Blondes had some great high spots for sure. And I loved when Griff went on a run, and then you see that big frog splash over the top rope to the outside. That was some new stuff we haven't seen from him yet on TV, which is awesome. But ultimately, who better than Brian Cage to put him out, with the
Right,
broke. Yeah. So
he's rolled
this
through at the
was,
end.
oh gosh, man, he's so strong. He is so smooth. They just, he's such a professional too. Cage is his athleticism is outstanding, and Ricky Starks just exudes star power for sure.
Definitely.
This one is, if I'm just the match itself, I'm definitely giving it an elite because this was entertaining. This was fast paced. And everything you really want in a tag match in AEW, lived up to that, and I enjoyed it. But